We'll start first with the Mayor's opening remarks. I am pleased to welcome Council colleagues, City Administration and staff, as well as the public and media to tonight's organizational meeting, our last organizational meeting for this term of Council. It seems that the first 3 years have gone by very quickly, and we find ourselves with 1 year left and still much work to be done. That being said, I am very pleased with the progress that the City of Thompson has made over the last few years, at a time when this council was met with the challenges of economic uncertainty immediately following the last municipal election. I truly believe the City of Thompson is in a better position in terms of our infrastructure, public safety, quality of life, and fair taxation than we were just a few years ago. Our community is sustainable, and I believe a renewed sense of pride is growing. Other municipalities and partners at the provincial and federal levels are seeing the positive steps and the tremendous opportunities that Thompson has to offer. All too often, I think our greatest challenge still rests with convincing ourselves to look at the positive and not dwell on the negative. I know that we have been able to achieve these results because of the work of Council, our administration and staff, as well as the public. I first want to acknowledge our administrative and staff team under the direction of City Manager Gary Sepatelli. Thompson has, very clearly in my opinion, the top city manager in Manitoba. Our administration is comprised of professional and dedicated members who provide guidance and support to Council. Our staff are caring and committed in carrying out their duties. I have often commented excuse me, that I rate our actions on the comments I get from residents in our community. I have clearly seen an increase in the positive comments over the last few years. Thanks to all of our employees who really do make the difference and often do so with limited resources. They demonstrate daily that the City of Thompson cares. At the risk of singling out employees, I do want to acknowledge and thank Tammy Perobic and Angela English as the two who work closest with City Council for all their efforts. With regards to Council, I want to first thank Councillor Hogan for serving as Deputy Mayor over the last year. Councillor Hogan, in my opinion, is one of our rising stars in the political landscape in Manitoba. Erin has the intelligence, personal attributes, and passion that make her so successful in politics. Her efforts at the national level with FCM have been tremendous. I'm not sure if she has received the deserved level of respect locally for her work as she has at the national level. I've received positive comments from people right across Canada. So many more people know about Thompson in a better light at the provincial and national level because of Councillor Hogan. Thank you, Erin. To my other members of Council, my appreciation and acknowledgement for your efforts over the last year. However, with respect to Council, I do need to address the elephant in the room. This has been the most challenging term of Council I have experienced with respect to Council functioning as a unit. Not to say that Council needs to always agree. In fact, I believe the opposite is true. Good debate produces good decisions. But good debate is not about personalities or political theater. It must be about one's opinions based on their own beliefs and values. At times, this Council has struggled, and I believe it has hurt our corporation and our community. I have always believed that municipal is the best form of government because it is based on individuals and not party affiliations or the concept of a governing party and an opposition party. It is about functioning as a team with the best interests of the community as the goal. Unfortunately, I do not believe that we have achieved that goal to the degree necessary. This is a disappointment. As Mayor, I accept a certain degree of responsibility, but I believe members of Council must also accept their fair share. I believe at times some members of Council have made decisions that were not necessarily in the best interest of the City of Thompson and have taken actions not in accordance with their role and responsibilities as elected officials for the City of Thompson. In making my appointments to the standing committees, there will be few surprises. I've always believed and demonstrated consistency and rewarding members of council who are putting in the effort and working towards the strategic plan established by and for this term of council, the Aboriginal Accord, the Community Sustainable Plan, and the Master Parks Plan. My appointments will do so again this evening for our final year. I will add that I've also taken into consideration my previous comments and will appoint those who I have confidence that I can and have been able to work with. To those not appointed, I thank you for your efforts in the past, but we are clearly not on the same page at this time. My first appointment is my appointment as Deputy Mayor, and that will be Councillor Dennis Fenske. I'm returning to a familiar face for Deputy Mayor this year. I am pleased to appoint Councillor Fenske as Deputy Mayor and Chair of the Legislative and Intergovernmental Affairs Committee of Council. I have a tremendous amount of respect for Dennis. I've known him as a boss, an administrator, a friend, an entrepreneur, and as a colleague on council. Dennis brings a straight-shooting, calm, analytical, and professional approach with a great knowledge, understanding, and a connection to Thompson. Further, I believe our highest priority this year is to finalize our public safety plan, including negotiations with the province of Manitoba and the initial implementation of the Main Street North project. As Deputy Mayor, Councillor Fenske will be in a stronger position to lead this process. I will speak to the other appointments with some general comments later in the agenda. Heads up this year, I will also ask each chair appointed to provide some brief comments. As I mentioned in my opening, I believe much work still remains to be completed in the coming year. In addition to a continued focus on the priority areas of infrastructure, public safety, and affordable housing, I see a number of other objectives for the City of Thompson that I would like to see addressed. 1. The City of Thompson lobby hard on the need for an industrial trades and training center in cooperation with University College of the North and industry. I believe the province has acknowledged the need, and we now have to implement the plan as developed through the TEDWIG process so that they can support. 2. A plan and a commitment by council resolution to the residents of the Burntwood Trailer Court that will see the completion of paving in the area. Our current plan is too vague, and only a firm commitment of funds by way of a specific debenture that can be assessed over a planned period of time is acceptable. Anything else is too suspect and at the whims of political decision-making. 3. The City of Thompson actively pursue and engage a developer for the Yale Newman subdivision. This is our future, and with our solid plan as developed through the TEDWIG process, we now need to implement. We know we have one prospective investor in the Manitoba Liquor Control Commission who are committed to building a new store. 4. A plan for the retrofit and development of the Norplex pool facility. The pool needs an upgrade to make it a modern, family-focused facility. The outdoor area needs a development plan for outdoor amenities, including athletic fields and play structures. The Norplex is a gem, and it is time we need to invest. 5. A strategy to address the demographic realities of our community, including an average age of 28, and the need for a young professional recruitment and retention plan. The highest percentage of Aboriginal people of any municipality, and the need for a plan to address the systemic racism that exists in this community. And an emerging seniors population, and a plan to support the proposed development of seniors housing. And we need to engage these groups publicly. One component of the strategy must be the need to hire a full-time communications specialist. I believe in addressing our stated priority areas and these objectives, we can make Thompson an even better place to live, a community of choice that people will be proud to call home. I ask every member of council to work in the best interest of our community over the course of the next year. I will close my remarks with a thank you to all members of council, residents, community organizations, regional organizations, and the media. We are all in this together, and we have proven over the last number of years, by working together, we can make a difference. Thompson is a great community, and I am very proud to be the mayor. Thank you.